Everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to create Taxi app by using Flutter Firebase, and I'm going to use Riverpod state management in this video. I've created this new Flutter project and I've opened it on VS Code. Now let's open up the browser and search for NTK version, and you'll get this link over here. Click on this link. Okay, go to this link and copy this NTK version, latest NTK version, and let's put it open the Android folder and app folder, and open this build.gradle.kts file, and here put this latest NDK version inside this Android. Okay, and save it, and now let's run this default app in the Android emulator. Choose the Android emulator from here. Okay. Okay, now go to the firebase.google.com and click on this, go to the console and click on this create a Firebase project and give the name, let's say tax app. Click on continue, and I'm going to disable it. Gemini AI, Google Analytics, let's disable it. Okay, now click on this continue, and now we have to add that Flutter project to the Firebase. Okay, so click on this Flutter. Okay, you can see the documentation to add the Firebase Flutter app to the Firebase. I have the video link tutorial, you can check it out. In this video I'm not going to show this full method tutorial. Okay, so check it out. Let's open up the terminal of the in the VS Code in the project directory, and let's run flutter file config, and it will fetch all the available projects in the Firebase console. Now we have created this tax app earlier. Now select this and click on enter. Okay, I'm going to create for Android, and wait one link. Now click on enter, select that and click enter. Okay, it will take some time. Okay, okay, now as you can see, got the error, and it created a new dart page Firebase option. So now we have to add this package Firebase core. Just type flutter pub add Firebase core. You can check my dev tutorial for this, okay, which is in the description. Check the link there. Okay, now if I open this pubspec.yml file, as you can see, this new package has been added to our project, and this fixed this error. Okay, now open up the main .dart file and make this async this main function, and right here widgets. It will take some time. Okay, widgets, because we have added the new package. Okay, we just Flutter binding, insure initialize app. It will bind the Flutter app and make the await. Okay, just copy this to initialize the Firebase to our app and paste it here. Okay, now let's import this Firebase code and also this option file. Now let's stop the app and run the app. Okay, now you can close this and let's reload the app. Reload this console Firebase. Okay, as you can see, two apps has been added to our Firebase console. Okay, now click on this build and this Firestore database. And click on the create database and choose the location where you want to make. Okay, you can choose the start in production mode. You have to make the right true. Okay, I'm going to use the start in test mode. It will be available in for some period. Okay, now click on the create. Click on these rules and let's see the rules. Read write if request time is lesser than the state. Okay, cool. Okay, now let's open up the VS Code and our app also has been ran successfully to the emulator and Firebase connected. It means Firebase connected to our Flutter project successfully. Now let's create new folder here. Let's say models and let's create new file. Let's say tax model. Let's say tax.dart and here let's create the class model tax class and let's keep the properties for this tax model. Let's say ID and let's say description. Before that, let's say title, description, and okay, let's make the pool is done. Okay, now let's create the constructor for this. Okay, let's require everything. ID, this dot title, description, and let's make the is done as default. Let's make it false. It's done. Okay, now let's map the dynamic to map. Okay, we're using this map to add or update data to the Firestore. Okay, in this format, like cycle. Okay, this is how our data will be saved in Firestore database like this. Okay, this is string and this is dynamic. This is the format, map format. Okay, and this is string. It can be anything. This is how it our data will be saved in the Firebase database, Firestore. And let's create the factory constructor to get the data from the Firestore to display from database Firestore factory docs from map. You can name this from map and to map to anything. We're passing the ID and data. Okay, we have saved the data like this in the map format in the Firestore. Now here let's return this docs and it should be installed data. Okay, now if it's let's make blank if it's null, if there is not, if it's empty. Okay, cool. Now let's create new folder in the lib folder. Let's say service services, and in the services folder let's create new file. Let's say db service dot file, and this file let's create the class db service. Okay, now let's add the new package right here. Flutter pop add cloud restore, hit enter. Okay, now if you open this file, this new package has been added to our Flutter project. Okay, to access the database from the Firestore. Okay. Okay, now let's initialize the Firebase Firestore. Okay, here like this. Firebase Firebase. Okay, let's get the instance of the Firebase Firestore and also get the collection reference. from this, from the database and from the collection. Okay. Okay, let's give the name of the collection. Let's say talks. Okay, save it. Okay, now let's add the file, data to the Firebase first. Create void, add a new tags. We'll pass the tags. Okay. And to this reference, we will we'll provide the tax ID, okay, our own tax ID, and set the map. Okay, the set will add this the data to the Firestore database. Okay, to map in this format from here. Okay, this will create the new doc ID, and this reference is the collection. Okay, guys, this is to add the data to the collection of this collection to the database. Okay, now let's create the function to uh, get the list. Okay, let's say fetch all tags. Here we are not passing anything. Okay, get the reference to this reference tags and snapshot. Okay, and map it. Let's change this to snap, and this is snap from this is snap provide us the docs, and we can now map the docs dot from map. Okay, this from map is coming from the here. Okay, and change it to list. Okay, we are getting this we are mapping the snapshot from this tags collection, and we are changing it to list. Okay, now this gives us the ID from the database, and data. You dot data is the object, can assign to the parameter type. Make it as Edit as map. It is simple on here. Yeah. Okay, we are getting the data from the snapshot and mapping it. Okay, I'm getting the data and ID as it's the object, so we are just converting or assigning it as a string and dynamic and changing it to list. Okay, because we are showing this data as a list. Okay, okay, this is to fetch all the tags. Now let's create the uh, new function to update. Okay, update. Let's write future. Wait, update tags. Okay, we'll provide the tags. Let's say tags sync. Oh wait, get the reference and get the which ID we are going to update from the reference doc ID. Okay, and we have this function update, and now we can pass the data tags to map. Okay, and this map is coming from here. Here. Okay, we are setting um, our past data as like this. That's it. Okay, now let's create the function to delete also. Delete data. And let's write future void delete tags. We are providing the tags here also. And it will take some time, so make it async and make the await and get the reference which collection we are going to from which collection we are going to delete and which ID. For which ID we are going to get the doc and document reference and the which ID and get the ID and delete. We're passing the ID from here. Okay, that's it. Now let's create a new folder in the lib folder again, and let's say providers, and here in the providers let's say tags provider got that, and I'm going to have the so let's okay now have to create the database service this DB service instance. Okay, here instance, let's say final tags DB service provider equals to now let's add the Riverpod package. Now here let's write Flutter pod and Flutter Riverpod. Okay, now if you open up this file, prospect.yml file, as you can see, this Riverpod package has been added to our Flutter project. It's the current latest version package. Okay, now here let's try now provider. Yeah, this one. Here provide the fast TB service. Okay, this TB service class, and here have to return the TB service. Okay, cool. Now let's create the stream provider to get the list of tags. And that's right, final tags provider equals to stream provider. This one, and with the type list of tags model. Okay. And let's get the DB service. Ref dot what? Okay, this one. That's DB service provider. Okay, now let's return your DB service dot fetch all tags now. Cool. With the semicolon here. Now open up the main.dart file, and in the okay, first of all let's delete this stateless widget. Okay, let's create a new stateless widget and change the class name to my app. Okay, here at your app, click the home. We haven't created home page. Now let's create a new file, home page dot file, and here let's create a stateful widget. Let's change the class name to home page. Let's return here scaffold for now and save it. And here let's click home page to the home, and we'll make this black white screen. Now let's make the debug so checkmate mode banner false also. Let's remove this banner. Okay, now let's wrap this metal app with the widget, and change this to provider scope. It will import the Flutter Riverpod package and bind this to all the widgets inside this metal app. Okay, cool. Now we have to. Okay, guys. Now let's open up the homepage.dart file, and let's remove this scaffold for now, and let's return here consumer, and the builder can return the scaffold. First of all, let's initialize that tax provider string. Okay, let's get that. tax tax stream provider, and this one. Okay, we have initialized here, over here, this one. Okay, let's get that, and here let's return tax provider dot when, and for the data we'll pass the tax, okay, to the scaffold in the body, and in the body we'll first create the column children, and in the children let's the distributor, and in the distributor let's return stack. Okay, give the title to this style, let's say text. Okay, you can get this let's send this data here, over here. You can keep it like this, but let's send this to tax, and let's say here tax date. Okay. Here we can set the, okay, we can get the tax, okay, from, okay, it's the tax, okay, all tax. Okay, let's create the single tax of it. Here, first of all, here let's give the item count. Let's say tax dot link, and let's give the single tax. Tax equals to tax. Put it in this index. Okay, here now we can able to get the title like this. Now, if there is error, so the error. So in the text, okay, if there is error, we'll return, let's say text error. We can show the error. What's the error like this also? And for the loading, while loading, we can just simply show this circular progress indicator. Now let's copy this, I mean save this, and let's wrap this with the um, center widget. Okay, first of all, we do not have a scaffold here, so let's create the scaffold here, the body, and let's give the center widget here and save it. And now we'll see this. Okay, now we have this row, so let's put it in the center also, and let's put this to scaffold. You can now save it here. Here Let's make your shrink wrap to true. Here, let's create elevated program, and for the child, let's say tasks, and over here, let's create the new tasks. Okay, first of all, we have to create here text field. Okay, keep the controller text editing controller. Let's initialize it over here separately. Over here, let's set text editing controller. Let's say title controller goes to this. And description controller goes to this. Okay, now here in the text field, let's keep the title controller and create another text field also. Let's keep the controller description controller and set it. Hit the app hit the title text right here tasks. Okay guys, let's stop the app and let's try to reload the app again. Here inside the elevated button. Now let's initialize the new task. Final new task goes to get the task. Okay, let's get the ID time. Time dot now dot to this one. We change it to string because our ID is in string format. And for this title, we initialize the after controller, and for this description, initialize the description controller and change it to text. Okay, now below this, right here, ref. This ref we have it's coming from here, and type read, and type your tags. This one, database DB service provider, and this will give us the add new tags method, and here put this new tags here, this new tags. Okay, this we have initialized here this TV service provider here. Okay. Okay, now save it and let's try to add hello what's up and let's write calculate success. Okay, now click on the add. Okay, here we go, got the success message and let's reload this console Firebase database page and let's see if collection has been created or not. Okay, as you can see, this new collection has been created, and as default, is tone is false, and this is what's up, and let's minimize that, and let's move on to decorate it now. Let's hit the padding to the column, the 25. Okay, cool. Okay, now let's wrap this, copy this elevator button and this text field. Now let's create elevated button. Okay, on twist, and here let's say text. Let's say add no that's and right here so model button sheet in the builder. Now in the builder, let's create the column and then now send column here. And in the children of this column, let's put that text field and elevated buttons. Okay, now let's click on this add new and here we go. Wrap this with the padding to 25 to outside. Okay. Make this main axis set size. Main axis size to minimum, and it will fix this over expanded column issue. Okay, here is the which is side box between this text field. Let's say 20. Copy this side box and put it to all between text field and the button, and also below this text field. Let's see now how it's going to look. Okay, now it's looking cool. Okay, and here also let's keep the tire text. Let's see, add unit tags from here. And let's see, with the style, exit style. Let's make the font size 22. The font size 22. And let's see how it's going to look. Okay, now looking cool. Okay. After adding, you can clear up this also from here. What is the tags? Okay, from here you can just simply right below this method, new tags method, right here, title controller dot clear and description controller dot clear. Okay, now let's see after adding will it be clear or not. Let's see. Hello, one, what's up? Two. Now let's click on this add and there we go. Okay, you can also dispose. You have to dispose this. Okay, let's dispose this title controller and description controller also. Okay, after adding the data, you can close this. Close this model. Now let's try and so I click on the add text and to close out that too and clear up the text field also. Now you can decorate this by yourself. Okay, now come down here and let's give the subtitle text. Okay, here let's give the description and also have this trailing, and in the setting we will put this checkbox, and for the value let's give the install and for this onset method we will initialize the final update date tax equals to tax. Okay, get the ID, ID we're going to update and get the particular title also and description also, and there is another stone fit and get this stone and make it not done like this. If it's true it will make the false, if it's false it will make it true. Okay. And now let's update the database and there is the update method, update tags, and give here updated tags. And let's see below that. Okay, let's change this to this trailing to now. Let's open up the console and here it's false before this ID, and let's try to okay, now let's try another one, and this also became false, true I mean, and for this description is empty. Okay, let's try to update it again. And Our description became empty. Let's check it out. To change this to the yes, okay, it should be similar. Okay, guys, now let's open up the home page and let's add another tags. Let's say no tags, no description. Okay, now add it and open up the console and let's say this one, this one, this one, and let's try to update now. Okay, now everything is good. Now let's move on to delete method. So have the delete. Okay, below this checkbox. Now let's give the trailing, and for the trailing we can give the row and thread, and in the children we'll keep the make the elevated. Mm, we'll make the icon button, and for the impressed make it right, and for this icon let's icons dot delete. We save it, and here you go. We got the error because we are not giving any size. Okay, make the main axis size to minimum, and it will fix the error. You can also put the particular size, give the specific size like size to fix this error, but I'm going to make this main axis size minimum. Okay, now type a ref and read to add. This read is to add and watch is to display. Okay, and get the tax TV service provider, and this will from this we'll get this delete tax, and which tax? This tax. And maybe the semicolon here. This tax is we have initialized here. Okay, we're getting this particular tax. Okay, now let's try. Let's show the success message here. Scaffold messenger dot of context dot show snack bar, and snack bar give the content text date. Okay, let's try to delete now. Click on this delete, and this has been deleted. We got a success message, and go now. Let's try to delete another one, and database data also has been updated successfully. Now let's create uh, okay, below this icon button let's create another. Let's give this size box, with the width of 10 and give the icon button. And for the icon, let's write here icons.edit. Save it. And here we go. Here's the icon. Let's put this one 5 1. Cool. Let's save 4. That's fine. Okay. Okay. Let's give here max line 1 and max line 1 to this. It will fix the overflow error. Okay, now our app is looking quite cool, right? Now let's move on to create this edit. Okay, let's take a break. Okay, guys, now let's create the uh, new folder, say pages in the folder, and in the pages, let's create new file. Let's say edit page.dat file, and here let's create a stateful widget. Let's change this to edit page, and here it's original consumer. Okay, like this. And here let's return the scaffold and give the body, and let's give the body column and children. Okay, cool. Now save it. And here now let's require this. Let's get the tags. Let's import this model, tags model, and let's require this. We're getting this particular tags from a home page. Okay, from this distributor, we're going to pass these tags. So in this edit, where is edit? Here, let's navigate to that page. Navigator with this push method, material, page route, and build that edit uh, page. And for the tags, we have to put with these tags. Okay. For this tags parameter, we're going to give the tags from here. Okay, now save it, and now let's try to click on this edit, and let it go. We are moved to edit page. Now let's make here app bar, app bar. Okay. Here let's initialize your final. Okay, below this you can initialize here also. Final text editing controller. Let's say title controller equals to text editing controller, and copy this, put it here also. Give this give that text here, that widget dot tags dot title. We are getting this from here, from this tags. We are using the stateful widget, so we are putting the widget in front of this tags here. Okay. Now let's keep it here also. Let's change this to description and save it. Okay, now here let's write here final. Let's say provider service equals to ref dot read, and write here db plus db service provider. Okay, now let's create a text field. Here let's give the controller that put the title controller here, and create another text field with the controller description controller like this. Okay, now let's create the elevated button, and for the elevated button for the child, let's write here text edit now, and we'll get the edit method from here. Provider service dot update, and I have to create the new tags. So let's say new tags final tags equals to tags, and for the ID let's not change anything. Widget dot tags dot ID, and for the title we're passing the title text, okay, from the text field, and for the description also text, yeah. Okay, now let's put here new tags now, and let's show the success message also. Okay, let's give this column padding, wrap this with the padding. Right, 25. Okay, also you can make this main axis alignment to center, and let's see. Yeah, not bad. Okay, now let's give this size box height of okay, cool. Now let's try to edit this. Okay, here we have the new tags, new description. Let's change this to new tags 22, new tags 33, and let's click on this edit, and here we go. This has been edited. Okay, let's give the success message also after edit it from here. Scarf code center of context. So snack bar text. Give the background color start gray. Okay, now let's navigate to home page after edit success. Now let's try to edit another one. Number 3. Okay, it's added the new field because we have changed it later. Yes, let this field. Okay, and let's try to keep the style last. And here, let's keep the text decoration, not underline. Sorry, line through. Okay, now here, uh, right here, black dot is gone. It's true. Then this else no. Okay, guys, thanks for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe my channel for more videos like this.